Today I'm going to talk about a Husky's workday at Bearhill Husky. Every day at Bearhill is pretty well structured, but no 2 days are ever the same. In the morning, when we start with our dogs, the first thing we will do is we will give them a nice warm soup in the morning. Meaty soup, maybe with a little bit of kibble. And this is important to keep them well hydrated and prepared for the day. Once the dogs have been fed, we will set out and we will clean the kennel area. We will make sure that we remove all the feces where we can. And we just make sure that the dog's living area is clean. Then, once we are done with that, we will start to prepare for the day. We will put the sleds ready, we will collect the harnesses and the booties, and we will start to put the facilities ready for our guests to arrive and for the dogs to go to work. Once the preparations have been done, we'll start making our dog teams. We'll harness them up, booty them up, and get ready for the day and to await our guests. On average, the dogs work 4 to 5 days a week. Young dogs and old dogs will work a bit less. There is a lot of bookkeeping involved with this. We make sure that we track all their work hours. We track who is doing a good job, who is maybe struggling. We follow up on their health statistics. We check their body scores and how good their teeth are. These are all things that we keep track of, as well as if the females come on heat. Not all the dogs run every type of tour. We try to make sure that our young dogs are always being driven by an experienced driver. When it comes to reproduction at the kennel, we make sure that all the males that we do not intend to breed are castrated, and that we make sure that we keep a very good eye on the season of the females, if they're coming on heat or not. We actually check this once a week in the whole kennel, just to make sure that we do not miss any heats on the females, because this is of course important. We do not want any unplanned litters. The tours that we run, some are very predictable on the trails that we use, but others, the guides have a lot more freedom to decide where they drive and how they drive. This means that we can offer our dogs variation, which keeps it both interesting and a little bit surprising for the dogs. Once the dogs return from the tour, we offer them something to drink and something to eat. It depends on the weather what they will get. If it's a particularly cold day, they will get something fatty, and if it is a particularly warm day, they will get something wet. This little in-between moments between the tours is also the moment that our guests get to interact with the dogs, and that the dogs have a chance to have a little bit of a break before the next run. Once a day is done, the dogs go back to their kennels. We will give them a large meal. Again, depending on the type of weather, it might be a fatty, greasy meal if it's nice and cold, or it will be a high protein, lower fat meal if it is not that cold. The dogs live 2 dogs to a fence, so they always have a friend to go back to, and we make sure that they get enough rest, because recovery is the most important part of this work. They need to be able to recover from their jobs at the end of the day well. We have insulated dog houses. They're filled with hay so that the dogs have a warm, dry place to curl up into sleep. The core principles that we like to follow is that we have a predictable routine for the dogs. We treat each dog as an individual in this system, but we monitor and check regularly all the dogs in the kennel. It be for heat, it be for their health status, their food status. All these things are monitored and recorded so that we can build up the information we need to manage a kennel of dogs successfully, and that each dog gets the attention it needs, and that it gets canine-worthy life, a dog-worthy life.